Hello, this is Mr. Huff. Let's take a look at levels. What we're going to do is adjust some grids in the elevations first. So what we're going to do is open up the east, north, south, and west elevations. We're going to do whatever we do to one, we want to make sure it's the same everywhere. So what we want to do is make sure there's no overlap. If the levels are inside the grid patterns, then pull the levels out. But what I'm doing is I'm grabbing one of those grid pattern markers and I'm dragging them up past probably make it like 40 feet or so. So you're looking at that 10 feet at the bottom, make it like 3 or 4 times that. And then double check to make sure everything looks like this. If your levels are in the wrong places, stretch them out. All right, now that we have that done, we're going to go in and add some levels, and we're going to make sure that they lock together. We need to add 2 additional levels because we're going to have a ground floor, a second floor frame, a second floor, and an upper roof. And I've got the heights for 14 feet on the first floor and 12 on the second. So what I'm going to go do is go to architecture and choose level. I'm going to line it up with the levels that are already there. Make sure you see the dotted lines before you click. And I'm just going to kind of randomly space those out. So this one right here. So now I have levels 1, 2, 3, and 4. Make sure they lock with the levels that are underneath them. All right, going to hit escape a couple of times. We're going to rename these. So zoom in to make this easier. So this bottom one is going to be ground floor. If you, whatever case you use, make it the same. I'm going to use lowercase for this project. So all of my levels are going to be lowercase letters. They can be uppercase or mixed case. Just do it the same everywhere. Okay. My level 2 is going to be second floor frame or framing. Be sure to hit yes and it'll change the name everywhere. I'm going to change that to frame. Yes to everywhere. And then the next thing we'll have is second floor. And then the last thing we will have is going to be the upper roof. As we work through this, we will add some additional levels to help us define the green roof and to help us define the foundation. But this is going to get us started. Okay. Now, if I go back and look at these, I have some dimensions here I need to put in for those levels. Our second floor is going to be 4 inches thick, so it's oh, I'm just reiterating that the first floor is 14 feet high and the second floor is going to be 12 feet high on the inside. There is space above for the uh, ductwork and electrical system and that sort of thing. We'll be using a drop ceiling through most of the structure. So we're going to look at the different levels. So we'll start right here with the second floor frame. This should be 19 feet, 2 inches. So I'll put 19 space 2. The second floor is going to be 19 space 6. And that'll put 19 feet 6 inches. And then we are going to look up at the upper roof, and that is going to be 34 space 6. Remember, we learned that the maximum height for a 2-story structure in our areas is 35 feet. Okay, that should have applied that everywhere. So now I'm going to just grab these and pull them down close to my levels. They don't need to be that far away. So that looks good. The problem we have now is that these overlap each other. So you kind of have to click on one of the levels, zoom in. The little tilde, it's a little wiggly line, is hiding behind the number 6. If you click that, it will separate the two. Now we're going to do the same thing for the upper one. And then I'm going to grab the second floor tag with this little dot and separate those so they're easy to read. So we're going to do that on all of the elevation views. So now all of those are clean. So we should see that we have all of them separated about the same way on all the different views. All right, that takes care of our levels.